What's going on, family? Welcome to the Tariq Elite Radio Show, also known as the Pimpin' and Mackin', the Pimpin' and Mackin', the Pimpin' and Mackin' Show, right here live on Ustream this rainy Sunday out here in Los Angeles. How's everybody doing this lovely evening? What's up in the chat room? How's the chat room doing? A lot of people up in the chat room. What's going on? What y'all talking about in the chat room? So I'm fighting the itis from Roscoe's. Yeah, I was up in Roscoe's. I was at the one on Manchester. I was just at Roscoe's. And I was down in Bellflower earlier, so just doing my thing. You like the show Wednesday? Real good game on Wednesday. I'm going to chop up some game about that. A lot of stuff we're going to talk about tonight. First and foremost, let me thank everybody who has contributed to the Hidden Colors 4 campaign. We're doing excellent. We're almost at 100K. We're at 93,000. Let me look at the stats right now. We're almost at 100K on the Hidden Colors 4. We're only like, what, $7,000 away? A little over $6,000 away. We can get that tonight. If we got like, what, $7,000 tonight. Yeah, we got $7,000 tonight. We'll be at 100K tonight. Now, how many people are in here right now? Let's look and see who's in the room right now, because we can get that now. Let me give y'all the link to Kickstarter. So we got like almost 700 people in right now. So we're getting in there. I'm going to talk about the whole Griffin, what's her name thing in a minute. I'll talk about that in a minute. But let's talk some real shit right now. Hold on. Let me give y'all the link. Let me allow links real quick. Hold on, let me do that. Let me do that, family. Allow URLs. And let me see. Let me allow links. Okay, let me put the link up. The Blindside Mom, what's she do this time? Okay, that's the link right there, the Kickstarter page right there. What did the Blindside Mom do this time? That's the Kickstarter. So basically, right now, we get everybody in the chat room right now to put in $10 right now. Everybody put in $10 right now. We'll be there at 100K. We'll be there at 100K. Yeah, I heard a homeless dude got killed out here in LA today. So I've been hearing a lot of stuff. I've been all around the town, so. Yeah, I saw that with Byron Allen. Byron Allen was talking about not just Al Sharpton, but what he was talking about. And see, you got to look at how the media is spinning it. He wasn't just going in on Sharpton. He was really going in on the multinational corporations, the media corporations that give money to Sharpton and act like they're being diverse. And I was doing an interview with the Epoch Times. That's a new a publication out of China and Europe. I did a good interview, and that interview is going to be out next week, and we were talking about that. I was talking about how black people, we get this Jedi mind trick as if we're being diverse, but resources are being held away from us. Man, Byron Allen is thorough, man. See, Byron Allen, that's one of the cats I study. See, a lot of times we, black folks, we study the person who's out there blinging and shining, but I'm looking at the cat who got all the paper. And Byron Allen is sitting on like $200-300 million. So I like to see and just kind of peep what he's spitting. And Byron Allen spits some real shit, man. A lot of people sleep on Byron Allen. And he was breaking down the game on how these corporations, like these cable networks that's supposed to be black, what they'll do, they'll get a black figurehead like Puffy and say, okay, this is what's that? Revolt TV. Or they'll get Magic Johnson and say, okay, this is Aspire TV. And it's black owned, but it's really white owned behind the scenes, and they just got a black face in front. So Byron, he was wording his lawsuit very correctly. He was saying, we need 100% African-American owned companies. And, you know, the white supremacists will say, well, we got minority. No. 100% African-American owned companies. Well, we got We got a black station. It's owned by, no, 100% African American owned. See, with the white supremacists, you got to be very clear on your words. They are masters at manipulating words and flipping the shit. Neely Fuller taught us that, man. They tear us up with words. That's why I started Melanoid Nation. I'm very specific who I'm getting down and who I'm advocating for. That's why Melanoid Nation is very, very specific. You can't get more specific than melanoid. You dig? And melanoidnation.org, by the way. We're going to have a bunch of new articles on melanoidnation.org. Shout out to my man Bryson. I got me a new senior editor that's going to be working on the Melanoid Nation site. So we're going to really get back to putting the stories out every single day. So that's going to get popping. But like I said, man, Byron Allen was spitting some real talk, man. So guys got to start looking at brothers like that. Cats who really get it in behind the scenes. Let me see what the Blind Side mom did. Let me see. Did she do some Tarzan and Jane shit? Okay, I'm looking at our Facebook page.
Who told you that?
He's just wearing a costume.
Costumes are cool.
Okay, well, I'm looking at this lady from who's the Blind Side is made about. And she's standing, look like she's in a housing project with a bunch of black kids. So let me see what she's doing.
Okay, well, first of all, you're too little to say suck. So if you were my little girl, I'd wash your mouth out with soap. And second of all, you don't get a prize. Do y'all believe in the Easter Bunny? Y'all the smart ones right here. Okay, Brittany.
Oh, I'm done. Oh, that's enough. So she's out here playing the white savior. I'm done. That's all I need to see. Okay, she's just doing her whole white savior act. That's nothing more, nothing less. Nothing more, nothing less. Black folks, they fall for that shit every time. A white person come out there being nice, throwing you some nigga trinkets. You think life can't get any better than that. They're going down to the ghetto, giving out Easter eggs. Okay. All right. Whoop de freaking do. All right. And then go back to your suburban home where y'all don't let Negroes live. All right. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. They go out to the hood and pass out fried chicken wings and then go back to your gated community where y'all will shoot any Negro who looks like he's about to come close to your neighborhood. All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's all I needed to see. Anywho, so again, go to Kickstarter.com, type in Hidden Colors 4. And let's get that Hidden Colors 4 Kickstarter campaign over 100K tonight. We're deep in the room already. Now let me address, my lips are real chapped. I had a chemical peel and all that old shit. So y'all excuse me, my lips are extra chapped because I am the lip smacking Mac. As Crispy the Coon says, I am the lip smacking Mac. So there's going to be a lot of lip smacking and macking tonight, baby. What's up, Pimp Barbecue Sauce? I'm saluting you, fam. I'm saluting you. What's up, backboard? That little Muppet mouth coon, Ennis Avery Williams, is still bothering y'all. Y'all just block that fool. He's so just a joke right now. He's just my bitch doing promotion for me. That's all. I got him on the internet host role. He's just my little bitch doing promotions for me right now. You got to use your internet bitches, and that's what he is, an internet bitch. But say I gotta leave that Griff beef alone. No beef. There is no beef, brother. And I'm not gonna, after tonight, I'm not gonna really speak on it, man. Tonight, I'm not gonna speak on it. I just want to touch on a couple of things. With that Griff beef, I just want to touch on a couple of things. And for those, you guys are familiar with this whole Professor Griff Zaza Ali bullshit that went down. Y'all understand. Y'all, I don't know if some of y'all are new here or whatever, but I just want to touch on it very quickly. And again, after tonight, I'm not going to, I wasn't going to touch on it because I heard some of their response. They did like a 3-hour show the other night responding to my Wednesday show. And I heard some of it, and some of the responses they were giving was so weak. And I'm like, okay, they're just trying to save face now, but it's not looking good for them. And according to the General Napoleon Bonaparte, he once made a very important quote. He said, when your enemies are making a mistake, do not interrupt them. So sometimes when people who choose to be your enemy, because that's what they did by coming out doing all that slanderous bullshit, and when people see them making mistakes, and that was a mistake they did, sometimes you just got to fall back and let them make a mistake. That's fine. And I was listening to some of their responses, and I wasn't going to really respond back until I heard the last part of their 3-part thing. I heard the very last part. I just happened to skip to the last part because it wasn't too bad. You know, the Zaza chick was being very disrespectful. Griff was being more tactful during the part of his interviews or whatever. And I wasn't going to say nothing, but toward the end, they start making these little threats. And that's the shit I didn't like. And at the end, they start making these little punk-ass threats. And I'm like, wait a minute, man. Hold on. All these old punk-ass threats. And Griff made a little veiled threat, and I'm saying this to Griff. And then there was some bitch-ass callers calling in with their old fake rah-rah shit. Old-ass over-the-hill niggas calling up, making threats. Hey, Griff, you know, hey, and some niggas sound like he's well into his 60s. Hey, Griff, man, you just say the word, Griff. I put his dick in the dirt. Now, first, this niggas, who uses the term dick in the dirt? Except some old fuck. Yeah, I put his dick in the dirt. You just give me the word. And whoever that nigga called up, I'm giving you the word, nigga. Whoever you are, you old fuck, you put my dick in the dirt, nigga. And then Griff was like, well, yeah, you know, I got about 20 soldiers for that. I ain't gonna do that yet. Griff, if you watching, motherfucker, do it. Griff, if you got 20 soldiers, my nigga, send all 20. That's my message directly to Griff. If you got these 20 soldiers that you got waiting to put in work, my nigga, you do that, Griff. And that's directly towards Griff's ass. If you got it like that, my nigga. And that's straight up. If you got 20 soldiers, what the fuck are your 20 soldiers gonna do? If you got it like that. It's not making a left turn, but my man just came out of nowhere, all this 20 soldiers shit. Oh, nigga. My nigga, if you got it like that, let me see them. And you better make it fucking count if you send them. You better make it motherfucking count, my nigga. If you got 20 soldiers, make it count, Griff. I want you to hear this. If you got 20 soldiers, but that you ain't gonna send yet, I'm telling you to send them. And you better make it count, my nigga. And then, niggas calling up to the show, calling up to my man's blog talk, talking this old, yeah, I know how to find him now. I know how to find him. Even Zaza was on this shit. Well, she was like, well, oh, Tariq, that was a low blow. Oh, that's a low blow, Tariq. That's a low blow. You didn't have to do me like that. Me putting her business out there. Now, you can be found. They kept getting on this shit about me being found. And y'all remember this janky-ass promoter that I talked about on my show? This nigga named Claude something. Claude Concrete or some bullshit. I talked about him about a week ago, emailing me, asking me to do a lecture. Now, he emailed me. He's like an old nigga, man. I saw his Twitter, and this nigga, like, he looked like he's in his 70s. And the nigga emailed me, talking some old, yeah, I'm the original Bone from such and such hood. Yeah, man, I used to talking some shit that an old nigga shouldn't really be talking. I'm like, okay. Yeah, brother, I like what you're doing, man. I want you to do a lecture at such and such spot in Nevada somewhere. It was some shit. He wanted me to do a lecture at a juke joint or some bullshit. And I gave him my rate, and the nigga got offended and like, oh, man, fuck all. These niggas start talking a little greasy. I'm like, okay, I didn't even respond. But I talked about him on my show. So that nigga who emailed me, the promoter, called Griff's show, because I guess he's cool with Griff or whatever. Like, yeah, what's up, Griff? This is Claude Concrete. Y'all called that nigga Tariq. He tried to charge me a lot of money for a lecture. I know how to find that nigga. And he's on the phone with Griff. Yeah, man, I might be skinny, but I can knock them 6'5" niggas out. And talking all of this gangster shit. That nigga, I found his email. I sent that nigga an address where he can find me. I sent that nigga an address and he ain't responded back. I sent that hoe ass nigga an address where he could find me every day. And all of these people calling up to my man's show, dudes, chick talking about how I can be found. If y'all follow me on Instagram and Twitter, I turned my location on all this weekend. I turned my location on all this weekend and I let people know everywhere I was going to be. All this you can be found shit. I'm not hiding from nobody. If you look at my Instagram and Twitter and all that shit, I let everybody know where the fuck I was this weekend. I'm like, hey, I'm on my way to Inglewood. I'm going to be over by Lawndale High. Few minutes, 45 minutes later, I was at Lawndale High. And I showed people my car. I'm in a white 2015 Escalade. I'm out here. I'm at Roscoe's. I'm at Golden Corral. Fuck all that gangster shit on the internet, man. If you're going to be about that life, be about that fucking life. And stop playing. I don't take kindly to motherfuckers doing all these bitch-ass threats on the internet, man. I know they're losers. I know they're losers. Trust me, I know they're losers. And I'm not going to speak on it again today. I'm not going to speak on it. I'm not going to speak on it after today. But I don't like niggas with all this old rah-rah shit about what the fuck they're going to do and how they're trying to find somebody. And I'm not the... Dude, you don't have to find me. I'll let you know where I am. So stop the bullshit and just take that L. Because my man Griff and your lady, y'all were wrong. Y'all were wrong. Let me see who's on the phone. You guys were wrong. What's up? Who's calling?
Yeah, hey, this is Night Honor from DC.
Hey, Night Honor, how you doing, homie?
Yeah, I had two questions, quick questions.
Real quick.
The first question, I was debating the white supremacists, and they dismissed the songs of Roland as war propaganda. So I want to know your opinion on dealing with that. They say that the pictures of the Moors are just war propaganda, them showing them as black as evil. So we're fighting fighting against the evil,
dude.
black.
A white supremacist, dude. Listen to me. The white supremacists will make up anything in order to not. When I tell people, when you're debating a white supremacist, they will never say, "Well, blacks were in a superior position over us." They will always lie. They're gonna always make up some shit. If you show them an artifact of a Hannibal or a black man with a who looks like a king, they'll say it was a slave who had a crown on. They're never going to concede. But your job is to make their argument look as ridiculous as possible. And for them to say the Song of Roland is propaganda and they just portrayed the Moors because they were evil, that's ridiculous. And they know it sounds ridiculous. You feel me?
Yeah. And for my second question, real quick, a few weeks ago you did the show about the interracial thing, right?
Yes, sir.
I want to chip on that. When it comes to the interracial, I believe that there's an agenda currently going on now, an interracial agenda. They tried to start it with Obama, but the black people wouldn't allow that to happen. Fox News first started that with Obama, that calling him biracial.
Right.
But the thing is that I believe today, historically, the white supremacists know that by mixing black and white, because remember, white people are just albino Negroes. They Africans are albino genetics. So they have the similar genetics as us. So that mutation that they have can conquer our genetic dominance and become white over time. That's what happened to the Moors. They intermated with the Europeans. Right. And
okay, but I did a whole show. But I don't want to rehash the show that I did, but I did a whole show on that, and I touched on that, and folks can go to Tariq Radio and check that out. So thanks for the call, fam. All right. We got Miles Lord in here trolling. And again, man, let me say this, dude, because I don't like that negative bullshit. You know, the community, the black melanoid community, we don't need all that negative shit. We really don't. We really don't need it. We really don't need that negative bullshit. And my thing is this, man, I try to be as positive as possible, man. And the thing is, when you have projects like Hidden Colors, and y'all remember the beginning of February, I told y'all, that if y'all remember, I'm about to start the Kickstarter campaign for Hidden Colors 4. When I do it, there's going to be a lot of slandering of me. I told y'all this at the beginning of February. There's going to be a lot of slandering of me because every time I get Hidden Colors popping, and get the Kickstarter campaign or whenever the movie's going to come out, there's a whole slander of me. It never fails. I told people that. And you got to understand, man, with the Hidden Colors, it has been so successful globally. It's a very positive situation. So for anybody to find a reason to hate on it, that's just jealousy on their part. And what you have is a lot of fake hotep niggas and chicks out here who are just simply jealous of the success of Hidden Colors. It's that simple. They can make up all of this shit about they didn't like a picture, they didn't like this, they didn't like that. Let me say this, man. What Griff and Zaza did was wrong, man. What they did was wrong. Every way you come about it, the shit was wrong. It was wrong because Griff has been on my show before. If Griff genuinely had a problem with a picture on my personal Instagram, and also understand this, Griff is going around talking about an advertisement for Hidden Colors. An advertisement wasn't an advertisement. It's a picture on my personal Instagram. That's my personal Instagram. I have a Hidden Colors website. We put a lot of history stuff on the Hidden Colors website. We have a Hidden Colors Facebook. We have a Hidden Colors Twitter. So we have a lot of stuff on there that's related to history on those pages. But on my personal Instagram, the Tariq Nasheed Instagram, I have whatever I want to have on there. Everything ain't about Hidden Colors. Sometimes I talk about it, sometimes I don't. But that's my personal page where personal friends and personal fans talk about personal shit with me. Take pictures of food, my house, my car, my whatever. So for my man to get all this fake outrage over a personal picture, if you were really outraged, you should have called me. You understand that? If there was a real problem that you had, if you were real G about that shit, if you weren't trying to be on that bullshit, you pick up the phone and say, hey, player, I got a little problem with this picture, man. That's not cool. Let me pull your coat to this. You need to take it down. That's some real G shit. Or you could have emailed me. You got my email. You could have sent me a message on Facebook. You could have sent me a direct message. So let's stop all this stuff about this fake bullshit about how they're trying to help me and enlighten me and all this bullshit. They got on their show, got on their internet show, and started insulting me and going in on me simply to slander me publicly so that the momentum of Hidden Colors 4 will go down. That's the only reason they did that, man. They only did it for the purpose of slandering me. That's the only reason they did that sucker shit. All that higher vibrations, Kundalini energy bullshit, they got out there publicly to slander. If you were really, really concerned, you would have got on the phone and hollered at me. And all this thing, people saying, well, you need to call him. For what? Fuck I need to call him for? The shit really didn't affect me negatively. My film is still coming out. My Kickstarter is still doing great. I don't need to call anybody. Because, see, the thing is, you can't unring a bell. The bell has been rung now. The bell has been rung now. I'm talking about it tonight because I want to just get this shit clear. And again, I'm not going to talk about it after the night. I'm not going to talk. The only reason I'm talking about it now because you got all these people calling up, these old decrepit ass niggas calling up talking about what they going to do to somebody. And how the fuck you going to do something to somebody and you 70? Niggas, what you gonna do? A damn drive-by? In your wheelchair? How you gonna pull the gun and you got arthritis, motherfucker? These old niggas, I know where to find them now. Especially that Claude Concrete dude. I know you looking right now, nigga. Your old ass. I be damn if an old Morgan Freeman nigga gonna catch a fade off me. Claude Concrete, whatever your name is. Or talking about you, the original Bone. You ain't boning shit. That dude, that Claude Concrete dude's trying to make it seem like he was some OG hustler that nobody knows. Yeah, Griff. Yeah, Griff. Now, I'm going to be honest, Griff. I used to have some hoes back in the day. I did some pimping back in the day. That fool called up talking about he did some pimping back in the day. I had some hoes on Figueroa. And I'm like, if this dirty little decrepit nigga, if you had hoes on Figueroa, you and your hoes weren't shit. You dig what I'm saying? But again, I ain't gonna really touch on it. But dudes throwing all these old crazy ass fake fucking threats and all these soldiers and how they gonna find me. My man, I'll let you know where I am. Let's stop the bullshit. And again, I'm not gonna waste too much energy on it. I'm just getting it out in the clear. Since cats want to run around, these fake Hotep niggas are very good at that slander shit, and that's why I go out of my way saying that I'm not a part of that, because that's what the conscious community has become. It's become bullshit, man. The conscious community basically at this point, and this is another thing, the conscious dudes now try to compare themselves. They love to drop names like Dr. Ben and Brother Phil Valentine and Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. They the conscious community. The thing is that those people are real scholars. These people now ain't got shit in common with them. Dr. Phil Valentine is the real deal. He's been putting in the work for 40-something years. The conscious community now is just a bunch of dusty-ass niggas who sit up and debate in basements and shit. It ain't like the John Henry Clarks and the Khalid Muhammad. It ain't that no more, man. You might have some thorough people here and there, but the conscious community now is like a bag of popcorn with 3 turds in it. Now, you got the 3 turds on the bottom, and the rest of the popcorn kernels are not bad, but you don't want to eat popcorn that's next to turds, though. So the whole bag becomes tainted. And that's what the conscious community has become. There's too many turds in the popcorn bag, man. So you don't know which kernel don't have turd stains on it. You got fucking idiots out here right now, dude. And they don't build nothing. And my man Jason Black made a great point. The mecca of all of these Hotep dudes is Harlem. And Harlem is being gentrified. So that shows you how they're getting down and how they're handling business. No business is being handled. See, I'm in the Melanoid power community. I'm in the Melanoid empowerment community. That's what I'm representing. And the thing is, man, when people... Oh, let me get a couple of calls. Let me get a couple of calls. What's up? Who's calling?
What's up, man?
What's up? Who is this?
What's up? This is Hank Hill. I'm a representative of thekali.com, bro. How you doing?
You're a representative of who?
Thekali.com.
Thekali.com. So y'all got some interesting characters at the Kali. A lot of y'all be a lot of them be trolling on the page sometimes, but it's cool. What's on your mind, man?
Not much, man. I'm just wondering, like, what caused all this division between you and the conscious community, so to speak? I mean, you guys kind of seem like you'd all agree on the same things. I don't know why you guys got to butt heads and stuff, man. I mean, I'm just an onlooker.
Well, you know what it is, brother? When Hidden Colors came out, see, I went past the what's called conscious community, because most of the stuff in Hidden Colors and most of the places that are talked about in Hidden Colors, I've physically been there. I've been to Europe. I've been to Asia. I've been to Africa. I've been all over the Pacific. So I've been to all the places that I've talked about. So I give firsthand knowledge. So no fake Hotep nigga can take credit for giving me some knowledge or whatever, which they try to take credit for all of the information pertaining to Black history. And the fact that they can't do that, and I publicly disassociate myself from them, the only thing they can do is try to throw shots, because what Hidden Colors has done, it has taken a lot of money out of people's pockets, because now you can't go around slanging these little cheap jive-ass DVDs of motherfuckers giving lectures in donut shops and shit when you have this film that has been highly and professionally produced. So a lot of people are salty over that. You understand? So that's what it's really, really about. All that other shit about the word Mac and all that, that's just a smokescreen and a straw man argument. You understand that?
Yeah, I understand completely, man. And yeah, well, you got a support team over at thekali.com, and, there's this guy named Napoleon. He's one of these, like, I guess he thinks he's Black, but he's really an Indian, I guess, or something like that. Like, there's a picture floating around. So one of your biggest fans over here is some Indian dude. But you got a movement over here, bro, and we're happy for you.
There you go, man. Thanks for the call, fam. All right. So my man was shouting out their website or whatever. The Kali. What's up? Who's calling?
K-Flex, what's going on? This is K Dims out of New York. I don't want to take up too much of your time.
Yes, sir.
I'm feeling a lot Yeah, how you doing? I'm feeling a little bit of pressure right now because I want to do the right thing and support black businesses or businesses in general within my community.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm feeling a lot of lack of cooperation, both between male and female. And I want to know, some good steps to get everybody to work together on the same team and trust each other. And I wanted to give you a few artists to look out for. G Premacy, Rockaboy, Dundada, and Ryan Leslie.
Okay, my nigga. Is this nigga giving shout out for mixtapes? Okay, I had to cut that off, brother. Shit. I thought my man was going to talk about business. This nigga shouting out mixtapes or some shit, man. You got to, come on, man. We talking real talk right now. We talking real talk right now. You dig? We in here heavy. But again, man, I try my best to do the right thing, man. That's why I don't accept any kind of fake outrage and criticism that's on some bullshit. Because, man, when I heard that interview with Griff and his girl, and they were answering some of the questions that I posed, like, okay, if y'all so upset about a picture of some girls in a hot tub on my page, well, how come Griff was out here doing calendars and taking pictures of women bent over and their asses up? And Griff's response was, well, I was a photographer, and that's what photographers do. I'm like, okay. All right, buddy. Then when he was answering the question about him working in the strip club doing security, his answer was basically like, well, that's where the money is. So, okay. So I'm like, these are not really good answers. How can y'all criticize me for doing some shit and you did the same shit? When he answered the question about being on Luke Records, and that's the real big doozy, if he's all outraged over, I swear, these are his answers. I'm like, wow, dude. I was going to let it go. I'm like, ooh, this is not a good look for my man. So I was just going to let it go. He was like, oh, these pictures, these sisters, they booties out and all that. But I'm like, man, you were on Luke Records. And his response to being on Luke Records and all the orgies and the booty shaking and them bringing women on the stage to suck dicks, Griff's answer was, well, I don't know what Luke was doing. You got to ask Luke about that. I'm like, okay, Griff, all right. Good answer. That's your best answer? That's your best answer? Let's look at the board. And so those answers were kind of weak. So that just goes to show my man wasn't really outraged over that. Again, that whole shit was to slander. So that's not looking good on my man's credibility. And again, I'm not going to harp on it too much. But my thing is, and all of this bullshit is because of Griff's lady. All of this got started because of Griff's lady. Y'all think about that. That's very interesting. Now, Griff might take credit and say he was behind it, which I put it on him. I put it on him because my man, instead of, if you had a problem for real, on some manhood shit, you would get on that phone if you had a genuine problem. But that was a bitch move to put your lady out there publicly to throw darts while you in the sideline kind of cheerleading on. I can't respect that, brother, at all. Because you can't spin that. No way. There's no way you can spin that, my dude. You should have called me if that was a real problem. You could have called me. You could have called me if that was a real problem. And now, his lady was like, oh, man, Tariq put my business out there. Oh, Tariq put my name and my personal shit out there. That was a low blow, Tariq. And that's another thing, man. When y'all come for me, when people do little shit and try to come for me and bite, and then I bite back, don't start talking about how I'm dishing out low blows. Everybody gets on that I'm dishing low blow shit. Because there are no rules of engagement. When you come at somebody, there are no rules. There's no rules of engagement. And that wasn't a low blow. I could have really got at her. That wasn't, trust me, that wasn't a low blow. If you think that was a low blow, just putting your government name out there in your Fed case, which I'm going to talk about that in a second too, by the way. But I could have did a real low blow. I could have went real gutter with it. I could have started telling folks about your baby's dad, your son's father, which I ain't going to. I could talk about his street business, but I ain't going to do that. I know all that. But I ain't going to do that because I'm not going to put that brother out there like that. But it would be interesting for folks to know the kind of people that this righteous, self-righteous, holier-than-thou person choose to have children with. But I ain't going to do that, though. I could. There's a lot of shit that I could have did and said. There's a lot of shit. No, I'm chilling. Unfee, I'm chilling. I am chilling. I'm chilling. I'm not putting nobody on blast or nothing. Oh, dude, I got a lot of homework. The streets are talking. A lot of that shit, because I got a lot of personal information from people who work for Griff. Shout out to Sarah Butler. I talked to Sarah Butler, my man. She used to work for Griff. I had a real good conversation with her about some very interesting things. I won't even bring that up. Talked to a lot of people from the town. I ain't bringing that shit up. I ain't bringing none of that shit up. I'm letting it go. But I will discuss that case just a little bit. I will discuss Zaza's case just a little bit because there's something that I would like to know. Now, Zaza, a.k.a. Ginger Daniels, was convicted on a felony Fed charge. As a matter of fact, here's her conviction sheet. This is the FBI sheet for Ginger Daniels, a.k.a. Zaza Ali. Let me let y'all see it. This is the case. This is a summary of the proceedings of the case. That's a summary of the proceedings. You guys go to the FBI website and look up all this shit. Oh, I'm not going to go hard. I just got some questions. I just have some questions. Don't worry. I'm not about to ether nobody. I'm not. But I actually got the Fed case, by the way. That's the Fed case, by the way. All right? Let me put it up there. All right? This is lightweight shit, all right? But I do have a question. Since we should put people's shit out there like that. Okay? And this is not below the belt. But Zaza Ali, I do have a question. And I got a question for Griff, too. Griff, your lady was convicted for a federal felony. It was bank fraud. Bank fraud carries a 30-year sentence and $1 million fine. Bank fraud, which is a federal offense, carries a 30-year sentence and $1 million fine. All right? The case that Zaza Ali was involved in, they got like $10 million. They scammed and defrauded $10 million. That's $10 million. That's big money out here in California. Griff, how did your lady get out of a 30-year sentence and get house arrest on a Fed charge? And she said she didn't snitch? Zaza said she didn't inform on nobody. How do you... this is the thing right here. I got it. She got house arrest. She got time served. She had like 5 counts. She has to pay the $1 million, though. So she has to pay like $900,000 and $10, $850,900. So she has to pay almost $1 million in restitution. But how did she not get jail time? Hold on, let me sip me some of this shit. Hold on. Just marinate on that for 1 minute. How do you get out of a 30-year sentence, a Fed case, and you don't get no jail time? How you do that? That's a legitimate question. I know she jumps all around that shit, But she ain't never really answered that. She's like, oh yeah, I talked about my case before. Somebody told me, I don't know how true this is. Somebody said that when she talked about her case, I want to hear where she said this. They said, because I heard her say she didn't have no lawyer. She's like, yeah, I didn't have no lawyer. You know, I didn't have a lot of money for a lawyer. The white man was trying to get me and all that shit. And when they asked her, how do you get out that sentence? From what I understand, she said that she called on the ancestors. And the ancestors made the judge give her house arrest. So is that your final answer, Zaza? So you had a whack lawyer, a 30-year sentence hanging over your head, $10 million defrauded, and the judge, just out the kindness of his heart, say, okay, you can go, and you didn't snitch? I need me some else to drink. I want y'all to call me and tell me where they do that at. I want to know where they dropping 30-year sentences, giving you house arrest, and you ain't snitching. Where they just letting motherfuckers go. And just say, okay, just pay the restitution. You still got $1 million right here in black and white that you can look up. You got $1 million restitution, but house arrest? On a Fed case? In California? Where they make up the 3 strike states, where they come up with ways to lock niggas up out here. They come up with all types of ways. They got gang infractions. If you know a nigga who did a crime, they put you in jail out here. But you use some of your Kundalini energy to get out of a 30-year charge. But you ain't snitching. And then after this case, after you get a case, a Fed case, dealing with the FBI and the whole shit, all of a sudden, because there's pictures of her. Where's that picture? I got to find that picture of her. Like in 2010, she got on Gucci shades and a Hustler shirt. And that's another thing. Where's that picture? Somebody hold on. Let me find that picture. Let me find that picture of her rocking the Hustler shirt from back in the day. This is not even back in the day. This is like 2010. Somebody talk to me about this shit. Talk to me. Let me know where they do that at. What's up? Who's calling?
Yeah, what up, Tariq?
What's up, man? Who is this?
This Malik.
Malik, where you calling from, homie?
Calling from Indiana.
All right, what's on your mind, man?
Well, I mean, you pretty much touching on it, but I was trying to figure out, as far as the street code, was that a violation of the street code when you just? Because I don't think she ever threw your personal.
Whoa! Stop, Malik, stop. So you saying was it a violation of the street code for me?
Well, I mean, I listen to you a lot, brother. You be like, "Hey, man,
stop, brother. I'm asking you, brother. I'm asking you. Wait. I'm asking you. You're asking, did I violate a street code by talking about her Fed charge?
Well, I'm talking about the way you first threw it out there. It was kind of like she's a convicted felon. I'm like, that's the shit I hear from my uppity ass parents and uppity people. They'll throw that shit in my face. My brother, when I get into it with him, he'll throw that type of shit. When you go get a job, oh, you're a convicted felon. And I was like, well, damn, do we do that? I mean, people get cases from all the time. It doesn't necessarily mean,
So her slandering. But stop, brother. So her slandering me out the blue, instead of calling me, slandering me publicly, ain't that what the white supremacists do too? They slander black folks. Ain't that the same thing they do?
Nothing.
Ain't that what they do, brother?
Sir?
Ain't that what the white supremacists? Ain't that what the white supremacists do? They just start slandering black people who are doing something progressive and positive. Ain't that what they do? Ain't that what COINTELPRO does?
Yeah, they do that all the time.
So what you talking about then? Talking about some code of the street. She's doing some COINTELPRO type of shit. That's what the white supremacists would do.
Well, she was expressing her
dislike about that picture. And
you think,
all
brother?
that,
Are you wait? Do you think that was really about a picture? You really think that was about a picture?
You know, brother, I've been weighing my thoughts on that, and I got mixed feelings. You know, maybe.
All right, well,
maybe
get them together and call me back, brother. I'm not here for your mixed feelings. I'm here to talk about facts. All that old confused and I got mixed feelings. Just call me when you get the shit together and figure it out in your brain. Because that was some sucker shit. You can't justify what she did. She should not have come out and slandered me like that. My man, if he had a problem or she had a problem, because I don't know her, but I know Griff. Griff could have got on the phone with me. It's that simple. It's that simple. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Don't sit up and talk about I done did somebody wrong and all that. They brought me up. They started with me. They went in on me, and I defended myself. And too bad the shit backfired on them. The shit backfired on them. That shit backfired on him. What's up? And I should have kept Malik on it. Malik, call back up. I want you to call back up, Malik, because I should not have hung. I hope you get your thoughts together. But Malik, call back up. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, how you doing, Tariq? This is Jack Park calling from Jacksonville.
Hey, what's on your mind, man?
Hey, this is what I want you to try to point out and bring to the table. When Ray Higgins did what he did, Griff chose to call Ray Higgins behind closed doors, but you were blasted out in front.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, how come my man didn't call me? Griff got my number. That's my thing. Why didn't he call me?
Yeah. And then Tommy Sotomayor, he destroyed a whole black community every time he get on YouTube.
Dude,
so I don't understand why he's that bad.
Dude,
but that's all I had to say, brother. Handle your business, do what you do.
There you go. Man, y'all don't. I don't like when y'all call up bringing that crispy motherfucker's name up. I just don't like when y'all bring that nigga's name up on my show. He's too insignificant to even bring to the conversation. Don't bring an insignificant nobody into the conversation. I don't give a fuck about that. All right, let's see who's calling. What's up? Who's calling?
Yeah, this Malik, bro. You tell me to call back.
I want you to call back, Malik. Now, Malik, because you sound like you're pro Zaza. You kind of like what she brings to the table. That's what it sounds like, right?
Well, I listen to the sister. Yeah, I never heard her talk no type of, Negro bedouin type behavior. I've never heard nothing like that from that sister ever.
There you go. Now, let me ask you this, Malik. Now, Malik, okay, let me ask you this, Malik. So now you know the details of the case. Now, Zaza Ali, she has a case, a Fed case, that carries a 30-year sentence. And this woman didn't get no jail time. And all of a sudden, she's in the conscious community all over the place doing lectures. Does that not sound suspicious to you?
What the sister been doing? I mean, has she been doing the work that agents do? Is that her? Is that her background? She actually, I mean, maybe you could say right now,
brother. I'm going to ask you again. Let me ask you, because brother, I'm going to be very direct. How do you get out of a 30-year jail sentence and just get house arrest? How does that happen, brother?
Brother, I haven't really studied the case. I really haven't.
Any case. Just show me any case where somebody gets convicted. Actually, she got convicted, and I got the paper. If you're looking, she's convicted. But how do you get convicted, but don't get 30 years or any jail time on a Fed charge? Fed charges are serious. All you get is house arrest. What would make that happen?
Well, the sister said she didn't testify. I heard her. She said no. They wanted her to go against those guys.
Okay, so how do you do it without?
Either she's lying or she did.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So she said she didn't, but how do you do that without testifying? How do you get a no jail time on a charge like that and you didn't tell on nobody? How does that happen?
Well, brother, maybe the truth of that will come out. Maybe not all this is coming to the light.
Okay, you don't know. You don't know, right? You don't know. So since you don't know, I'm just going to use common sense, and I'm just going to think some snitching was involved. All right? So is that the code of the street? A person out here who's a potential snitch? Even if let's say some far-fetched reason she didn't snitch or whatever, or who knows. But just the fact that she's a potential snitch, you understand? That's cause enough to raise your antennas a little bit.
Well, I mean, if she snitched, I mean, the word to get out there. These guys she's supposed to work for, she's a very public sister. She's always in the face. She's out there where people can see her. If that's the situation, if that's the real situation, it'll unfold. And people can say, why shouldn't I get out of trouble all the time?
But just because somebody's out there in the public,
you were
just
talking about him the other day. You were talking about him a few weeks ago. Like,
well, don't change the
get out of
subject.
shit.
Don't, brother,
she
don't
wasn't
change.
good for that.
Don't change the. You're changing the subject now. Just because somebody's in the public, don't mean that they're not an informant. They had a lot of people who were Black Panthers who were informants that were out there giving speeches and doing the whole shit. So there's a Thurgood Marshall was an informant for the FBI. Let's keep it funky. So just because somebody's out there in the forefront, don't mean that they're not an informant. You understand that?
Yeah, I mean, they're in the forefront, but I'm saying if it's true, I believe it will come out.
It's coming out now.
Shit.
It's coming out now. It's coming out now. It's coming out now. It's coming out now. Shit, it is coming out. And you say, no, well, I don't know. I gotta think about it. All right, think about it. Okay, I'm thinking about it too. And my antennas, my antennas are here. All right, but thank you so much, Malik. All right, brother.
All right, brother.
All right. Shit, it is coming out. I think it would come out. It's coming out. How the fuck you not an informant? And all of a sudden you out here causing disruption. What does that sound like? All of a sudden, you done popped out of here. You used to be Ginger Daniel, and now you Zaza Ali causing disruption and slander. I mean, where they do that at? Who we got on the phone? Let's see who we got here. Oh, I'm not hurt. I'm not hurt at all. I mean, this is just some interesting stuff. I mean, let's just keep it funky, man. Let's keep it funky. What's up? Who's calling?
What's up, Tariq? This is Ahmad from Lima, man.
How you doing, man? What's on your mind, real quick?
Real good, man. Let's first of all, Zaza and Professor Griff, neither one of them have done anything productive for the community. Well, let's make it very clear. Besides talking and all they do is talk. You about that business. You about making stuff happen, getting that information out there. This lady, she ain't nobody even. I wouldn't even be giving them your energy right now.
Yeah, I'm not going to give too much of it, but this is interesting, man. I just find it very interesting when people come out here and they do these old COINTELPRO type of actions, and then you dig and prod a little bit, and you see a pattern here. And when people are connected to the feds, and they're doing these type of activities, you should know what's going on. I just find it very interesting.
For sure. And then you got people like my man calling up, obviously he on their side, but he not even really.
But my man can't even. My man, he has to sit up here and he's faking the funk, but he's trying. But thanks for the call, bro.
Right.
Thank you for the call. Let me get some of these other calls. We look like we got somebody from the West Coast. What's up? Who's calling?
Yeah, man. Hey, this is Chris, calling from Long Beach, California.
What's up, man? I was out there by the LBC today. What's on your mind? My chapstick is fucking up.
Oh, not much, man. Hey, man, I just wanted to let you know, man, you keep doing your thing with the whole Professor Griffin Zaza Ali thing, man. You need to go hard, because when people talk shit, they deserve to get their business on blast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but again, I'm not going to go too much. I just wanted to just, say my piece as far as that and just show how funny style this shit is looking. This shit looks real funny style, man. So, it is what it is. But thanks for the call, man. And again, man, this is a picture of Zaza from, 2010. This is her picture. Hold on. Can y'all see it? Yeah, that's her from 2010. I know she got the Gucci shades. She got the hustler shirt. Now, for somebody who's making this big old rant and rave about how women are perceived, why is she wearing a damn pornography magazine on her shirt? That Hustler's the name of a pornography magazine. So for this person to be, y'all can't mistreat women and the 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 women, you got on a Hustler shirt just a few years ago. And after the conviction, all of a sudden, it's Sister Ali with the Kundalini energy. And she's self-righteous and going around causing disruption. Man, this is why I don't associate myself with this, what's called conscious community. It's too much fuckery going on. And I could even go deeper. Zaza and Griff, they go on tour and they do a lot of lectures with this dude, Irritated Genie. I know you're looking, Ayo Kimathi, that's his name. And I know you're looking because, nigga, you said some real slick shit about me. And if you do your research about the Irritated Genie, who Griff and Zaza Ali, they go around doing these lectures with. Irritated Genie used to work for the federal government. He got outed a couple of years ago too for working for Homeland Security. I talked about him on my show. So now let's just look at all of these coincidences here. All right? Let's just look at all the coincidences here. Now we got, they bring my old shit up. I don't give a fuck. They can bring my, because I ain't never said I didn't have cases from back in the day. Somebody said, do I worry about my old cases coming up? Bring them up. I talk about my shit as most as I can. I don't go too much into detail, but I don't give a fuck. Cats know I've been to jail before. I don't give a fuck. I ain't never act like I didn't. I ain't out here telling people, oh, hotep, brother. Man, your Kundalini energy ain't right. I ain't doing that. So whatever they bring up, it is what it is. But let's look at all of these coincidences here. We got this person, Zaza Ali, out here who has a Fed case and a Fed conviction. And let's just hypothetically say, she didn't snitch in some parallel universe, hypothetically. But even the fact that you got a Fed charge and you out here on house arrest, do you think they are not watching her? You think the feds are not watching her every single move? Let's say she didn't snitch, hypothetically, and you got to really stretch that imagination. If she's on house arrest from a Fed case, you know they're watching every one of this woman's moves. She ain't doing nothing they ain't watching. So either way, they're watching her. Now, I don't believe that the judge just said, okay, I'm feeling good this day. I'm going to just put them 30 years aside. You ain't got to cooperate. You ain't got to snitch. I'm just going to let you out of jail. And you be good now. Shit. But that's a hell of a coincidence. We got this person with a Fed case who's obviously done some kind of cooperating with the feds, giving out lectures all of a sudden in the black conscious community with another dude who just happened to have worked for Homeland Security. Look up Irritated Genie, Ayo Kimathi, A-Y-O, his last name is Kimathi, that's his name. And the white supremacists outed him because they were trying to go at Obama. The white supremacists outed him. They blew his cover. Because they were trying to say Obama has an anti-white Homeland Security worker. So that was the way they were trying to spin it with Irritated Genie. And his bullshit excuse, he was like, well, yeah, I worked in the Office of Homeland Security, but that don't mean I'm an agent, though. Really? If I was an agent, they wouldn't have me on the payroll in the front office. Nigga, yes, they would. Because nobody would have found out. Nobody would have found it because black folks don't do that kind of probing and prodding. And the white supremacists know that. See, I'm a researcher. I'm very good at researching. I am a researcher. I'm very good at that shit. That's why the Hidden Colors movies are so good. What's up, Ola? I research shit to the bone, and I keep an ear to the street, so I kind of know what's happening. But again, I'm not going to even touch on it no more. This is it. After today, I'm not going to touch on it, but I just had to bring that on out there. Because again, they were wrong. They were wrong. They were wrong. They were wrong. They should not have come at me publicly like that. They should not have come at me publicly like that, man. I got the research game on lock, my dude. People who listen to my show, they know. I've exposed every motherfucker who tried to come at me sideways. But the thing is, they should not have come at me like that, man. If you were really, really concerned and really genuinely trying to do the right thing, you could have hit me up privately and said, hey, I got a problem here. And from what I understand, some people told me that Zaza has been kind of taking shots at me before. People said that people would put shit on her page and she would kind of make negative remarks about me anyway. So this was some shit they wanted to do that publicly to slander. From what I understand. What's up, Aki? How are you, love? But the shit was real weak and the shit backfired on them. They should have called me, and they were wrong for that, and they know they were wrong. They were absolutely wrong for that. What's up? Who's calling? All right, don't say shit then. All right, what's up? Who's calling?
Hey, Tariq, this is JD from North Carolina, man.
How you doing, JD? What's on your mind?
You know Holly Curl, that bitch, and I mean that literally. You know she was in city council hall trying to make street harassment laws and shit. She was trying to get laws passed about street harassment. Have you seen those videos of her and shit?
Who?
Holly Curl. You remember Holly Curl, the girl from
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I knew that. I've been told people that a couple of years ago. I told people that she was trying to get that shit into law. I pointed that out way before the whole racial aspect of the street harassment popped off. I've been telling people about Holly Curl, and she was helping promote that "You OK Sis" and all of this shit where they were throwing black men under the bus. It was the white female supremacists behind that. I've been known that.
Because I'm like, how the hell did people, she just in City Hall talk about, well, it's threatening women's safety, women's public safety and stuff. And if you look at the street harassment pictures and stuff, it's mainly black men. I'm like, how the hell did this fly over people's heads and shit?
It didn't. And those pretend black feminists, they were in on it. Because every time I would point that out,
Nick, I don't think they pretend. They some serious. They're some hardcore. Because the nigga was doing a video
they're not.
about
No. That's the you make it. No, they're not. That's the thing. They are not. They are not no hardcore feminists. They are not. Those females. You know who they are. These coons. That's on YouTube. They're pretending to be feminists because they don't give a fuck about a black woman. They could care less about another black female. They could give less than a damn about another black woman. These are Negro bedwenches who are trying to buddy up next to white supremacy. It ain't got nothing to do with women. They just use that as a front. So when you criticize them, they can say, hey, he's criticizing feminism. He don't want women to have their rights. But I'm pointing out you being a Negro bedwench trying to side with white supremacy against black people as a whole. So that's a con game. They are not... those pretend black feminists, they ain't got a feminist bone in their body. And when you point out the fact that Harley Curl is trying to get laws passed against black people, they conveniently ignore that. So they're in on it, man. That's why you got to call those folks out, bro.
All right, thanks.
Thanks for the call, brother. That's why I say pretend feminists. These women who do all that promoting street harassment and trying to throw other black folks under the bus, those are not real feminists. They're not. They're pretending to be feminists. Let's see who we got. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, Tariq, this is King.
King, where you
This
calling
is King from New York.
What's up, man? How you doing, bro?
Oh, man, I'm okay, and you, man. Oh, man, put them people on blast, man. That was totally out of disrespect. You know what? I was listening to their show a while back, about 2 days ago, and she up there talking about, these Macs and these pimps. And up in Harlem, we got all these strip clubs. We got all these pimps over here, strip clubs. But they don't go down there. Why are they beefing with you?
Right, man. That was a
and
really weak
think
excuse,
that they want that publicity because you doing your thing. You out here doing this, that, other. And number two, let me say this to you. You so right about what you said about the whole pep niggas being up in Harlem. I'm up in Harlem.
Yes,
that's all they do, man.
Man, exactly.
They don't be putting out no film. They don't be giving out funds to the people. You doing your thing.
Yes, indeed, man.
And all I gotta say, man, keep doing your thing, but don't get caught up into that rapture that they trying to pull you into this beast stuff to put publicity on them.
Exactly.
Because all Griff had to do was say, yo, my man, let me pick up the phone, let me call my dude. This is how we do.
That's all he had to do. That's all he had to do.
Why you did so and so? This dude didn't even do that.
That's what I'm saying. I want my man.
He's totally wrong.
Yes,
and then number two, he didn't even put his woman in check.
Yeah, man.
So I'm outraged because I know Griff. I've seen Griff in the stores and stuff like that. He try to act like he down, but yo, that's out of. Yo, keep on doing your thing, man. Keep doing your thing.
Thanks for the call, man. Thanks for the call.
All right.
Yeah, man, and the only reason I'm even talking about it this much is because I fuck with Griff. That's the only reason I'm even giving it this much energy, man. I genuinely fuck with that dude, man. So I don't know, man, some people are saying, man, Griff, ever since he got with Zaza, his whole shit changed. People are saying Griff is pussy whip. I'm not saying, I don't know. I ain't saying all that. I don't know. But that's the only reason I put that much energy in it, man. I'm like, okay, dude, if that's what it was, if that's how it was, why didn't you call me? All of this bullshit, this could have been averted. Why didn't you call me? If you felt a certain way, you got my number, get on the phone and say, hey, I feel a certain way. Getting on your blog talk show and putting your lady on there to talk real greasy, I'm just trying to see how you can justify that, man. Oh, hey, we got a sharpened sword. You can call me to sharpen my sword. Hey, man, niggas, have I ever snitched? Man, nigga, I've been in interrogation rooms and I've argued with cops for 2 hours about what my name was. I want y'all to find a police report on me. Oh, they get frustrated with me, nigga. I would love for you to find a police report. They'd be like, this nigga is real uncooperative. I don't tell them shit. I will argue with a motherfucker for 2 hours about what my name is. I don't tell them shit. That's what lawyers are for, nigga. I don't say shit. I don't do that cooperate shit. I don't say nothing. And dude, I come from an era, man, back in the day out here. That's not true, man. My phone number's been the same forever. Griff and I follow each other on Twitter, so you can send me a direct message. Griff has my email. I'm very easy to find. You got my Facebook. I'm very easy to find. There's no excuse. Man. But it is what it is. The phone number here right now is 818-850-5404. That is the number. 818-850-5404. What's up? Who's calling?
Yeah, this CT from Mississippi, man. And I just want to say, brother, that is some straight bullshit.
Yes, sir.
And I have a homeboy they've been trying to get that nigga for a whole minute. Let me start on. I'm a straight L7 square.
Yeah.
I had homeboys in the street. The rock, brother.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to see how that shit works. But thanks for the call, fam. Thank you for the call, brother. All right,
bro.
There was sorry about that, guys. There was a lost connection in the stream. Hold on 1 second. Waiting on everybody to get back up. All right. We're in here heavy, man. We're in here heavy. Y'all back? We're back. There was a lost connection in the stream, but we're back. We're back. We're in here heavy. We're in here heavy. Hold on 1 second. Let me get back in this chat room. Hold on 1 second, fam. Y'all see me and hear me? Everything good? For some reason, there was a lost connection because there's raining out. It's raining out here a little bit. Hold on. Let me go and make sure I can put my links up. All right. All right. But that's my thing, man. People got to ask questions. When you got these people popping up with Fed charges and they didn't get 30 years, you're going to get out of a sentence that carries 30 years and you walking around here like everything is cool. How that happened if you didn't snitch on somebody? I want to see where that shit happens. Let's see who we got on the phone. What's up, man? Who is this?
Yo, Tariq, what's going on, brother?
What's up? Who's this?
This your mailman from Queens.
Mailman from Queens. How you doing, fam?
I'm doing very well. Listen, man, I want to say something, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yo, all these dudes in Harlem all day, stand on these corners out here, and they're not building nothing, man. They're just mad because you build it in the community, brother. Keep doing your thing, guys.
Yes, sir, man. I'm making it do what it do, brother. Thank you for the call, man. Again, brother, I'm all about action, family. I'm all about action. And I just don't take well to that criticism because I know I'm doing the right thing. I'm out here educating people worldwide. I'm doing international press, brother. I'm going to Europe in a couple of weeks to do some stuff out there. So I'm educating people along with the help of our great scholars like Francis Cress Welsing, Phil Valentine, Brother Kaba, Brother Umar. So we're doing the right thing. So for anybody to try to use something petty to take shots at that's just not a good look, man. And if you do have a problem, if you genuinely had a problem with that, just call me. It ain't because especially if I know you, I ain't talking about some old bum ass nigga on the internet just running his mouth. I don't give a fuck about them. Because there's a lot of bum ass niggas out here who's supposed to be conscious, who's always saying something greasy about either me or Umar or whatever. I don't give a fuck about them. But if we done chopped up some game and you'd have been on my show and you got my number, now that's something else. Now that's something else. And again, I like I said, I wasn't trying to embarrass anybody, but don't come for me and don't think I ain't gonna bite back. And what's up? Who's calling?
Yo, my name is Aubrey, calling from Texas.
Aubrey from Texas. What's up, man? What's on your mind?
Man, Flex, listen. Here's the thing. I'm not going to be too long-winded, man. One of the things, there was 2 comments that Griff made. One was on your second show. And this proves everything that you're saying about if he had a problem. He said something to the equivalent of, we can't look at Tariq how we used to look at him. We got to look at him for the body of work that he's put out now with Hidden Colors, and we thank him and we praise him and respect him. That's just kind of like, yo, bro, you knew about the Mac lessons and all these other books a long time ago, which I've read, and none of these things say anything about macking and pimping.
Right. But again,
out of all the recorded shows, bro, about dirty macking, and you telling brothers like, yo, you don't want to treat the women like this, and you stand on us.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you always go back to this thing? And then another thing, if you fast forward to the show they had on last, the other day, she said some shit like, he was going on about, they asked about Tommy. And he was like, well, I don't know about Tommy like that. I mean, he did have me out there. He paid for the hotel. He paid for this. I don't take money because I'm not that brother, but he took care of me. But with Tariq, everything was cool. I mean, he was supposed to put me on Hidden Colors. I mean, I never heard a call from him. I never heard back from him. I'm still waiting for the call to this day. But, and it's like, come on, bro. Like, what's going on here?
Right. Real weird stuff, man. But thanks for the call. And that's another thing, man. And that's not even true. I asked Griff, I wanted Griff to be in Hidden Colors too. I called Griff a couple of times, and Griff just never got back to me. So he got on the show and said, I never called him back. But I did. I called him a couple of times. I said, Griff, I want to interview you for Hidden Colors. I think he was out here, but he was running around doing some stuff, and I'm like, okay, if I need to bring you in from Atlanta or whatever, if I need to go down there or whatever, let's make it happen. Ola is my assistant, is right here. We called Griff a couple of times. Griff just never got back with me. I wanted to get Griff for Hidden Colors too. He never got back. I just kept on doing. I just finished the movie. I don't let just one person stop the making of the movie because we got a lot of people who want to be down. But I had that much respect for the dude. I was going to have him in the movie. I asked him. He just never called me back. If he had to call me back, he would have been in it. It was that simple. There would be no reason for me to not call him. I'm not going to ask somebody to do something and then not follow through. So, man, real funny style stuff, man. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, this is Stacey from Alabama.
What's up, you little country thing, you? What's up, Stacey?
I just have a comment on the situation you're speaking of.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't understand why we can't get together in a sense of fuck with you in the long way.
Yeah.
You know, if you got a business that you have to propose, be professional with one another, leave the pettiness behind. I understand. I mean, I do understand and I don't.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why she was trying to really come for you. Because I remember hearing that interview too. And I think it was some time ago that I heard her speaking and kind of taking shots at you. But yeah, it was some time ago and I just kind of came across that.
And a couple of people told me that. They said she's been taking like little shots at me way before this whole picture bullshit, from what I understand.
Yeah, it was some time ago.
Yeah,
it was some time ago, and I was wondering why, was she taking shots at you because you did fuck with Griff like that. But it's all coming out now.
It is coming out. Yeah.
You were fed, you talking greasy, you talking slick. There's no reason to take shots. If anything, they need to be trying to get down with you and learn how to monetize.
It's always the motherfuckers who got deals with the feds talking about somebody else a fed. I wish you would find any paperwork, any federal paperwork on me. I got some on them, though. I wish they find some shit like this on me. Anything on me where I talk to a damn Fed. Anything where I talk to a goddamn Fed. Anything. You dig?
Well, I just want to let you know that you above that. Just fuck all that mess. I hope you end it tonight and get back
I am.
to.
I'm going to be, man, this shit is deaded tonight. It's done. I'm done with it. We're moving forward. Now, Stacey, were you the phone sex worker who called before?
Absolutely.
Nikki Magic, y'all. It's Nikki Magic, everybody. Oh, somebody.
It's straight business. Don't shout me out like that, but it's just straight business.
Oh, your afro is so fucking hot, Nikki Magic. Oh, can you rub your black tits on my pink ears? Oh, God. You're so fucking hot. Can you get some pink oil moisturizer and rub it on my balls? I know you got it.
Oh, man.
All right,
I just wanted to shout you out, man. I ain't gonna hold you up.
Thank you so much, Stacey. Thank you, man. So, Stacey, she does phone sex, and she called a few weeks ago talking about how those white dudes be calling up saying some real crazy shit. They be having this black fetish, and they be saying some crazy shit. Man. Who we got here? We got a lot of folks calling. What's up, family? Who's calling?
Yo, this is Steve from California, but I'm here in Atlanta.
Hey, man, what's going on, man? You in the A. You from out here, but you in the A, man. What's on your mind?
Right. I just wanted to call in because I personally was riding with Chris to his lectures and everything because I'm a comic book artist and I was actually did a comic book for him.
Oh, you did?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And Griff is pretty much the one that's behind everything. Zaza, she was cool. I didn't have no problem with Zaza.
Okay.
I think it was Griff because Griff was the one that was, because like I said, I was actually driving with them. I was in the car having conversations with them and everything. I tried, while we're driving, we're listening to lectures on the radio and everything. I tried to play yours, but Griff was like, nah, man, I can't, I can't stand when he be trying to talk about his hidden colors and all this about what he do and everything. So,
so he was already hating.
Pretty much had a problem with you.
That's what I heard. Do you know Sarah Butler, right?
Sarah Butler?
Yeah, she's out there too. And she worked with them, and she pretty much said the same shit. My name popped up, and he was kind of saying little breezy shit. You dig? So, she said the same shit.
Right.
So, I'm not surprised. My man he had a problem anyway. My man, like you just confirmed, my man Grip had a problem, man, and that whole picture was just an excuse for him to come out publicly and just kind of say some real greasy shit. The dude had a problem. He was saying low-key slick shit. And my thing is, if you had a problem, man, don't come on my show. You dig? If you got a problem and you feel a certain way, just don't come on my show, dude. You dig? Just say you got.
And that's what he does. And that's what he does. He'll have a problem with you, won't say nothing. Then he'll find a little something to try to bust you out and just flip on you and just turn on you. And then he tries to throw dirt on you with everybody else, and he don't even get at you. So he pretty much is a coward. He don't stand by what he says at his lectures and everything. So yeah. So I had to call you up and just get my piece out because he did the same thing to me. But since I'm not on, I'm not a public figure out there and things, I ain't got an audience, he's straight, going to diss me and have his people, turn their backs on me too. So,
wow.
I just had to,
real talk,
call up and be like, I'm rolling with you on this because that's Griff. I'm saying it's all on Griff. Zaza, she probably got her issues and everything, but it's mainly Griff because, like you said, he could have ended this since day one.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
That's my piece on that.
Real talk, man. Hey, man, thank you for the call, man. I appreciate you, brother. No doubt.
Yes, sir.
And this is, you see what's interesting, man? Like I said, brother, I done got a bunch of calls like that. I got recorded interviews in the pocket with people just like that within that dude's circle, within Griff's circle and Zaza's circle. People in their circle are saying this about them. You won't find nobody who knows me in my circle to say I ever did some old greasy shit. I ain't talking about a motherfucker I don't know. These coons on YouTube or whatever. I don't know these niggas or whatever. But people who know, you will not find anybody who knows me, done work with me, that ever say I did some real slick or greasy shit to them or I shitted on them. You just won't find it. Because I'm overly fair with everybody I deal with. That's why people like working with me. That's why all the people in Hidden Colors, they're in it multiple times. Because as I was saying, are they even get paid? Yes, they're getting paid. The people who work with me in Hidden Colors, everybody gets paid, and they get paid well. That's why they keep doing it. But when you got people who are in your circle coming out against you, that's not a good look. And if you got people, and if you know you're doing little shady shit behind the scenes, you shouldn't be throwing darts at people, man. You just shouldn't do that. You just shouldn't do that. And Sabir don't count because Sabir owes me money. So, and I got the paperwork for that too. And again, so that's a whole different thing right there. You dig? Let's see who we got on the phone. What's up? Who's calling?
What's up, Tariq? How you doing, man?
I'm good. Who is this?
Stripe Jones. What's happening?
What's up, Stripe? How you doing, fam?
Doing good, man. Just chilling in Miami. Loving it out here.
Man, I got to get down to Miami, man. I miss Miami, man. What's on your mind, Stripe?
Oh, man. So, I mean, really, I think Griff was better off without Zaza Ali. That's what I feel like. I feel like once he got her on board, then things kind of went downhill. You know what I mean? And so I think a lot of people who were really into the black social political issues and stuff like that, they kind of talk down on Hidden Colors, saying it's like it's Black history for dummies. So, like, what do you say for them?
I say for them, show me what they've done that's comparative to it, and they can't. All they're going to do is just start talking about what they're going to do. Well, I'm working on this. I'm working on a bakery. I'm working on a school. And they're going to just start talking in circles. All I say is show me what you have done that has been comparative to Hidden Colors. And the fact that you can't show it, just be quiet. It's that simple. You dig?
I dig, definitely.
All right, man. Thanks for the call, Strife. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. Let's see who we got. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, it's Rick Charles.
Where you calling from, Charles?
CJ, I'm up in the Bay, bro.
Oh, man. What's happening with the Bay, man? What's up with you, Charles? What's going on?
We had a little thunderstorm right quick. But right quick, though, I just want to say, I know you got a lot of callers, brother. I grew up in the 80s and the 90s.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I was around, the Public Enemy, X-Clan, Brand New and all that.
Yeah.
And we was all down with, with Chuck, and Griff, because he was bringing that hot fire, for us black people when we needed that.
Yes, indeed.
But I look at this now, and I'm just like hurt. Man, like, dude, what are you tripping on, dude? This brother is doing what we need to do for our people, man. You should be getting behind that.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
But I've noticed, it's like you said, a lot of these, what you say, Hotep niggas, and that's just for the else, fake Hotep niggas. It's like, even Brother Umar, Dr. College community said the main problem with the college community is we talk a lot, but we're not building any goddamn
Exactly,
thing,
man. Exactly. It's an ego thing. Niggas just want to be out here getting praises and accolades and all this old shit. I don't care about praises or accolades. I just want to get the shit built. I just want stuff done. I want our children educated. I want us to have a code of conduct. I don't give a shit. I'm not trying to be nobody's leader. I've said that, and that's why the series is successful, because it's not about one person. I make it about everybody. I put everybody in a more favorable light than me. I make sure that everybody else is shining so that you're not singling nobody out. The information is out there. But these niggas are on some ego shit. They want to have all of these crazy long names. I'm General, Allah, Hotep, Gingerbread, Bow Tie, Bean Pie, Allah, Hotep Jones, and you need to follow my organization, and it's all that old ego shit. And I'm not on that. And that's the problem they have.
And that's the thing, though. But as older men, though, you know what I'm saying? We should have enough sense already. We did our thing.
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah. So, yeah, when we do, as older men, we should know enough. Okay, we did our thing when we was coming up. Now look out for the younger cats who's pushing it forward and get behind them, and we all support each other. It's like that. I mean, don't these fools know in a couple of years that these people are planning something, Tariq? And I already know of that. 2000. Wait till when Obama gets out of office to start this stuff. Man, I mean, damn. But I don't want to go on a tangent. I don't want to get that off my chest, brother. Hey, by the way, though, I did contribute to Kickstarter, so we can get that rolling.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and And I am reading that book, Marginalizing White Supremacy, brother. You own it with that book. Everybody needs to get that too, bro.
Much respect. Thank you so much, brother. But my man, he touched on the age thing, man. He talked about older brothers shouldn't be on that bullshit. And family, there's a difference between an elder and an old nigga. There's a difference between an elder and an old nigga. An elder is somebody who's reached a certain age, and by reaching that age, they've acquired wisdom and a certain level of knowledge, and with that knowledge and wisdom, they're able to teach that and share that for the next generation to become knowledgeable and full of wisdom. They're able to use their wisdom to guide the next generation or people younger than them. That's an elder. An old nigga is a nigga who got old and didn't learn shit. And if they learned shit, they didn't really get no wisdom. And wisdom is very important. You got a lot of old niggas out here who learned a few things, but they have no wisdom. They have no wisdom. They know a few things, but these old ass niggas have no wisdom. And what happens is that they want respect because they're old. And you respect your elders because your elders are older with wisdom. And they're giving you wisdom and you can respect that. I don't respect an old nigga who ain't really dropping nothing, giving nobody no game, giving nobody no wisdom. You just want somebody to holler at you because of some OG status you want to have. Just like that bitch nigga Claude Klondike, whatever your name is. And I know you watching, old fuck. You an old nigga. Nigga emailing me talking about old sets he from. Yeah, I'm from Inglewood. I'm from the Wood. I'm from Inglewood's 109 Crenshaw. Nigga, you 70 years old shouting out gang sets. Nigga, you haven't upgraded your hustle. You 70 years old talking about old gang sets. Nigga, kill yourself. That's old nigga talking right there. No wisdom. And that's what we have in the so-called conscious community now. You don't have the John Henry Clarks and the brothers like Phil Valentine getting it in no more. You don't have those. Those are elders with wisdom. You have a bunch of motherfuckers who read a book in jail. Now they want to sit up and debate. Now these motherfuckers like hitting on 60, 65 years old, talking about somebody need to respect them and all this old bullshit. You're just an old nigga who knew a few things. You ain't got no wisdom. You haven't built nothing. You ain't built shit. You ain't reaching nobody. Old nigga just doing lectures in goddamn basements. And then when somebody like me come along who's doing shit major on an international level, now that's making you look like the old nigga you are. And I'm saying that to all the old niggas out there who think that they're elders, but they're really old niggas. When I'm out here doing this thing on a grand level, like it's supposed to be done, because a lot of times, man, it takes money to make money, because when cats start talking, and that's another thing, my man Rod showed me a picture that was on Griff's page from like a year ago or something about some lecture down in Atlanta called Hidden Agenda, the pimping of the conscious community. And you hear that a lot. This pimping the conscious community, as if there was a lot of money in there. There ain't nothing to pimp. Ain't no money in the conscious community. Ain't shit to pimp there. Pimp what? That's like pimping a crack hole. Ain't no money in a crack hole. Pimping the conscious community. I ain't in the conscious community. My movies are not made for the conscious community. If you go to the hidden color screenings, it ain't a bunch of motherfuckers in there with costumes and turbans and dashikis and fezzes on. It's college students, everyday black people who work, go to school, whatever. Just everyday black people, because that's my audience. Everyday black people. Not a motherfucker with no long, crazy-ass name that he ain't really living up to. Just everyday black folks. That's who the movie is for. People outside of the what's called conscious community. Because conscious community, as we know it now, and by conscious community, I mean niggas who sit around debating all day, they ain't doing shit. I don't give a fuck what they think, what they do, nothing. It ain't no money in them. So let's get off that bullshit. Niggas wearing costumes and shit. That's all it is. Motherfuckers in costumes. Ain't building shit. Motherfucker put on a costume and think you doing something. That ain't shit. Build something. You can't pass down your costume, nigga. Let's keep it 100. We got to have real talk. You can't pass down your costume and your dashikis and shit. You can't pass that down. You need to pass down some of these people out here. Build something and pass it down. With your turban and incense and shit. Stop talking, start doing. You dig? What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, let me tell you something, you whole ass nigga. It's a gang of fake conscious motherfuckers putting out bullshit documentaries like Your Winning Colors. And so I'm saying, you ain't doing nothing slick. And so I'm saying, all you doing is taking bits and pieces from these conscious motherfuckers and putting in your documentaries. The same people you disrespecting, you have in your documentaries.
You damn
How does
nigga.
that look like?
First of all, nigga, sound like you laying on your stomach in a bubble bath, all right? Trying to make your voice sound more thuggish than what it is. Sound like you laying on your stomach with your booty hole cracked wide open, nigga. So let's just stop with that whole fake trying to be intimidating shit. Nigga practiced his voice for about 5 minutes before he called up. This bitch nigga practiced his voice about 5 minutes before he called up. You're not slick, nigga. You moist son of a bitch. Nigga, you sound like you got on your baby sister's footies with the ball on the back. And a tattoo of a fucking unicorn on your taint. You hoe ass nigga. Calling up here trying to be on that rah-rah shit. What's up? Who's calling?
What's up, Tariq? It's Alante from Inglewood.
Alante from Inglewood. I was just out there today. What's up with you, fam?
Man, I miss you today. I'm in the Central Valley right now. You know what I'm saying? But I think all that stuff is very interesting, man.
Yes, indeed.
It's very interesting because we got to think about the context and everything.
Yes,
Back in the day, they used FBI informants to break up the Panthers.
Yes, they did.
CIA.
Yes, they did.
So we really got to pay attention to that.
Yes, they
because
did.
This day and age. So I just want to make sure everybody's even if you are a fan of Zaza and Professor Griff, you really have to look at that because it's 2015. We're not in the 60s anymore. We can't live in that time.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
And definitely, just to update everybody, there's a video out of this dude getting killed in downtown LA.
I heard
this. Take a look at that.
Some homeless dude, right?
Yeah, man, it was real crazy. I'll put the link in the box if you allow links.
Okay.
I thought that was real crazy.
I'll look into that.
But it's really crazy. Yeah, it's real crazy how we're the ones, all lives matter, but we're the ones that's always in these videos.
Exactly.
But all lives matter.
Yeah.
I'll let you later, fam.
Thanks, fam. The man from Inglewood. Shout out to Inglewood. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. What's up? Who's calling?
Yo, what's up, Flex? How you doing, man?
What's up? Who's this?
This Chris out there, Big Bay area, man.
All right, man. What's going on in the Bay, man?
Oh, man, not too much. I just want to make it real quick. This one of the things that I noticed is why you get so much hate is because you've done something that a lot of these people have been trying to do for years, and that's educate the masses. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And you're actually reaching people. You know what I mean?
Yes, indeed.
And you don't necessarily have a movement. You're more or less about just education. And I think that's why they hate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, because again, man, when you start, when you see Hidden Colors, which is a big film, it's a lot of money put into it, and then cats try to follow that up with some DVD they shot in their grandma's fucking kitchen of them talking about the Kundalini spirit and their root chakras, ain't nobody really checking for the kitchen videos and shit. You dig? So that's fucking with dudes and fucking with their little old bullshit paper, man. And I'm not trying to mess with nobody's paper. It's just time for us to elevate and build and stop doing this little weak shit. And we're getting gentrified all over the place. It's time to get busy and stop playing. So,
off top. And you're actually reaching people, though. You're reaching, like, you know, the crowd that is the hardest to reach, which is the streets in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I know real hood niggas that's really, like, you know, they're into the film and all that.
Yes, indeed.
And like I said, they've been trying to do that for years. And, you know, they just haven't been able to. And then for you to just come out and boom, just, you know what I'm saying, shock it real quick.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You know they hate.
Real talk, man. Real talk. Thanks for the call. And that's another thing, man. A lot of the conscious community, a lot of the dudes, man, there ain't no real street dudes in the conscious community like that, man. To be honest, very few. Very few. Because that's why I know half the shit, when they start talking all that old rah-rah gangster shit, I know you full of shit. Them niggas don't scare me at all. I know you niggas are full of shit when they start talking all that rah-rah gangster shit. I know you're full of shit because that I know what made you become a Hotep nigga. I was in the county, LA County, with them fake-ass Hotep niggas. I know they ain't about that life. That's why they became a fake Hotep nigga. Because when you go to jail, especially out here in the county, you got to get sectioned off out here. And this, like back in the day, it might be a little different now. I ain't been to jail in a long time. But back in the day, when you go to the county, you had to go to the blood section. You had to go to the Crip section. You had to go to the Mexican gang section, the Aryan section, the gay, they had a gay section that the gays and people with AIDS and all that shit would have to go to. And a lot of the black dudes, when they were too scared to go to the blood or the Crip modules or the blood and Crip section, or to link up with different bloods and Crip sets, niggas would start getting on this, well, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. So then you had the whole religious section of dudes. These were basically the dudes who had to section themselves off and use religion so they wouldn't have to link up with none of the gangs. And I talked about this before. So instead of a motherfucker getting down with the Bloods or the Crips, he got his pillowcase and cut out a yarmulke and put it on his head and said, hey, I'm a Hebrew Israelite, so I'm neutral. So those niggas kind of sat in the pack and started debating all the damn time to keep niggas off their ass. Yeah, it was the Hotep section in jail. I seen that shit go down, man. That's why these niggas ain't about that life. And all they did in jail was basically to pass time, sitting up here debating about bullshit. To pass time. Man, no, see, brother, we are not Africans, brother. We are Israelites. No, brother, what we need to do is understand our Moorish nationality. Yeah. So niggas would sit in jail and just that for hours doing that. So when they get out of jail, they still do the same shit. When they get out of jail, they do the same shit. Get around, get in the room, and just debate nonstop. Niggas ain't about that life. Oh yeah, well, them niggas get a pillowcase and cut it into a turban, put that shit on, get a block of soap and make a goddamn ankh, and then wear that shit, and now they Hotep, brother. We're gonna get out of the white man might have our body, but that cracker don't have our mind, brother. All right, motherfucker. Just say you too scared to go to the Crip module. You don't want to get down to you trying to get off 9500 block, nigga. 9500 block was a beast. 9500 block was a beast, and in the 80s. They had the 6900 block, which was, I think, the Crip module. So they had to shut that down because motherfuckers in there getting shanked. It was crazy. But 9500, that's the main line. So you gotta eat when you get in there. You gotta start. So when you get in, you gotta start sectioning. You gotta section yourself off. So, niggas are funny, man. These niggas are hilarious. What's up, man? Who's calling?
What's up, Tariq?
What's up, man?
Honor from Jacksonville.
Honor from Jacksonville. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Hey, I did a little search. That case happened in 2010, right?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, I actually looked at the case. It was involved with 18 people in it.
Yes, it was.
So I was like, if she was the only one, I'm not sure if she's the only one, but if she got no jail time with 18 people, yeah, she had to snitch.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, how you got 18 co-defendants and you just didn't snitch on nobody and they just let you out?
Exactly.
No jail? Really?
And you called out an ancestor. That's the bullshit.
That's what when they said she called her and she called on the ancestors and the ancestors got her off. All right. And so is the ancestors called the prosecution? That's who you call the ancestors? Because that's what the fuck you called. Shit.
They said I'm not testifying. Call the ancestors. What?
She called on the ancestors who were snitches, and they taught her how to snitch. Shit. Please, thank you for the call, man. That shit is funny. She will not let y'all know how she got out of them 30 years. And she walking around now talking about she got on some Kundalini oil and all that old bullshit. Y'all better ask some questions, fam. Man. Shit. I just want somebody to call me up and tell me how you get out of a 30-year sentence and get no jail time on a Fed charge by not snitching. I just want anybody to tell me that shit. What's up? Who's calling? So I want to call some of them ancestors too, by the way. Let me know which ancestor you call. What's up, man? Who's calling?
Hey, yo, Strike Jones again, man. Real fast. You posted on Instagram a few days ago about, I guess showing at some location, and I guess you was waiting on the Hotep niggas to come and get you, right?
Yeah, I was just doing my thing, but I'm out here just in case any Hotep niggas wanted to come run up. I'm out here. I was at yeah, go ahead.
It might come. Anybody come at all or not
please. Really? No. Nobody gonna come up running.
Nobody showed up at all. That's funny, man. But anyway, I'm kind of glad that you kind of go on that Zaza about everything, because on the show she be yelling and shit, you know what I mean, and just trying to really kind of overpower the conversation.
Yeah.
And then, and Grip kind of just in the background, like, okay, like, you know Brother Rich, right? Brother Rich from Underground Railroad.
Okay, I think I know the brother. I'm not sure.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, I got love for Griff, that's the homie, but, he kind of he's kind of in the background, letting her kind of go off and overpower the whole conversation. And I mean, back in the day, he wasn't really like that.
Yeah.
So I do think it's kind of good that, you kind of like going in and just, really just show it was real. Because I had a feeling that she was kind of just overdoing it and kind of just trying too hard to be this hard body black feminist or just a feminist in general.
Yeah.
This, had these heavy duty moral standards or whatever.
Exactly.
It just seemed kind of fake to me.
It is fake. And whenever you see people doing all that old fake shit and I got to do this for the women, and they ain't never built nothing for women, and then you look at their background and their background is real questionable, and then you see shit like this, Fed charges and Fed convictions, and motherfuckers walking around and not explaining how they got out of 30-year sentences. Oh, well, that's real questionable. So now they got to create smoke screens. So when people got shit like this, they got to go out of their way to say, hey, look at that over there. Don't look at this. Look at all of this over there to keep you from focusing on them. That's the main reason why they do shit like that.
Exactly. And also, I want to say real fast, it's only going to get worse, though, because the bigger Hidden Colors gets, the more hate you're going to get, the more enemies you're going to make in the conscious community, because at the end of the day, you're doing something that's innovative. It's never been done before. You're going to be in the history books for this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We did, but hey, we got to keep on doing what we got to do, man. Fuck all that. It's too many people that this film is helping, and I'm concerned with them. Fuck them niggas. If they're in the conscious community and they got a problem with it, eat a dick. I'm out here trying to help people who need the help and educate people who need that and empower people economically. So I don't give a shit about that. We got to do this, man. You feel me?
Exactly.
All right, thanks for the call,
Definitely.
man. Man. We got a lot of folks here. Let me see who's calling. What's up? Who's calling?
This is Tasha, and I'm from Oakland. This message is for Zaza Ali. I suggest that you don't say anything else, because Oakland is a very small town, and your business will be out there. And that's my message for Zaza. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, love. I will leave that at that. Okay. The town. All right. I'm going to leave it at that, because I don't like to say too much. I tell you, the town, I fuck with the town. I fuck with the town heavy. Not only that, I done helped a lot of cats out in the town. I love Oakland cats, man. Oakland got love for me. Behind the scenes, a lot of cats in the town I done helped out, and they owe me a lot of favors in the town, man. The town got a lot of love for me. That's why the town, Oakland, I say the town, I'm talking about Oakland. And Oakland is not no fucking joke either. Nigga, when they say town business, they mean town business. Oakland, these are some of the realest niggas in the game, bro. The town got some of the realest niggas in the game, bro. A serious good. But I fuck with the town heavy. The town fucks with me heavy too. I learned a lot of game from town dudes. That's why I've always looked out for town dudes, because I would hang with these cats, because a lot of them would come from down here. I know those old school dudes from the town. I would drop some names, but I don't want to turn this into something else. But shout out to the town. Shout out to the town. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, this is Andre from Atlanta.
Hey, who's this?
Andre.
Andre.
From Atlanta.
Andre from Atlanta. How you doing, Dre?
I'm all right, bro. How you doing?
I'm good. What's on your mind, Dre?
Man, I wanted to chime in a little bit on this situation that you're in. It's unfortunate, man, because both of you guys are really powerful, influential dudes, but I have to go with my gut, and when I see some fraudulent stuff get exposed, I got to deal with it. And there's a couple of situations with this brother that I saw when he was on Alex Jones' show, who's obviously a for lack of a better term, definitely a white supremacist, I think. But when he was on his show, I thought that was a little bit suspect for him to be on there, and he was kind of coming across a little softer than I expected him to come on that show. And then when you interviewed him the first time, because I bumped into that interview by mistake on Mac Lessons, he seemed to be angry in that interview, and I couldn't understand what that was about. And then once he got with this sister here, I could see that he was into her, and his vibe changed. And he kind of got watered down. I like to listen to you cats when I run, and I was listening to him on his shows. I was like, man, this dude got a little bit off of his game, and I hate to say it, and I got to go with my gut, man, but he slipped, he lost something. And by the way, him trying to attack you, man, look, I use your information to teach my children.
Yes, sir.
I ain't used nothing Griff called me to teach my children. He done been in the spotlight and been spreading information to PE days, and we're about the same age, man. I'm not a young cat, but from PE on, is a certain level of consciousness that those guys inflicted on a lot of us. I'm sure in you as well. He ain't done nothing since that time, and I watched him do his thing on videos, and he just seems to be going in a circle of rhetoric, but he don't even take no action. He's always constantly dropping other, this person's gay, this Illuminati. But I'm like, dude, what are you actually doing to give your people some resources, some solutions to some of these situations? A lot of fast talking, a lot of jailhouse East Coast, not words for East Coast, but a lot of jailhouse mentality and this rhetoric. And then it's unfortunate that I have to see him go like this, but I got to go with my gut and bro, just keep doing what you're doing, man. Like I said,
much respect,
you inspired me to take action that I haven't taken before. It's changing my life. It's changing my family. I give your videos to anybody that'll watch them. I can watch this first one, then go cop the other one, give me my video back.
Yes, sir.
But it's just sad to see this going. And I hope after the night, man, that you don't give this too much more energy.
It's dead, man. It's dead, man.
It's not worth it. It's not. Right. This cat ain't worth it. And
it's dead, man. Trust me, it's dead. It's dead. Thank you for the call, brother. It's dead. And after the night, I'm done. Tonight, I just got what I had to say off. I'm done. And they said it's done. I say it's done. It's done. It's done. And hopefully, my man know that my man just made a mistake. And from what I understand, my man has been kind of saying little low-key shit behind the scenes. He kind of had a problem with me for whatever reason, according to a person who just called up not too long ago who worked with him, and somebody else that I know, and a couple of other people that I know who work with him. They said he already had a problem with me. Okay, that's fine. All right, brother. All right. But when you come out publicly and put your girl out there, okay, all right, man. I bite back now. You dig? So that he should not have done that. If he had this hatred or whatever, he just should have kept it to himself. But coming out public like that, not a good look for him. This looks bad on my brother. This looks bad on him. And again, I'm not trying to embarrass anybody. Everybody don't have to agree with me or whatever. But when you come out and you put it out there like that, just expect the same shit to come out about you and the people around you. You dig? But again, it's dead. I don't want to talk about it after this. I done said my piece. I've said my piece. But my thing, and again, I wasn't going to say anything today about it. Even this show, I wasn't going to say shit. They were saying what they had to say. Zaza was saying her usual disrespectful shit. My problem is when they got to the end of the show, they started to get into all these old little threats and all that. And I said, oh, wait a minute. Now I'm going to say something now with all that shit. Because I do not like motherfuckers threatening me unless you're going to do something. Do not threaten me, motherfucker. You're going to have to do something. So, you know, it is what it is. We're going to move on to bigger and better things because, again, I don't like that energy. I don't like that energy. And I think it was the Kundalini spirit bringing the truth forth. That was the ancestors letting us know the truth. That was the ancestors coming down letting us know what the truth is. That's the ancestors letting us know the truth. That's all it is. You dig? Let's see. Let's get a couple of more calls because I got to go up here with my children and make sure they're good. What's up? Who's calling?
Yeah, what's good, Tariq? This is Ryan from Brooklyn.
What's up, man? How you doing, fam?
Yo, man, you were spot on with them Israelites, man. That's all they do in the city, man. On 34th Street, they just speak, talk, and they act for change like bombs. Like, it's ridiculous.
Man. That shit is over, man. The day of the Geechee is over. We got to start building, dude. Like that movie Soldier Story, the day of the Geechee is over. That dumb shit, that talking in circles and that shit that cats picked up in jail where they just sit around and talk for hours and not build nothing, that's over, man. We got a new generation and we can't leave our generation out to the wayside like this. We're going to have to build for them. And that's what the Hidden Colors series is doing. Thanks for the call, fam. We'll get one more call. Hopefully this is a good one. What's up? Who's calling?
So you gonna keep bullshit, bro? You been in county or what? I mean, ain't no such thing as no 9500, bro. You talking about, bro? It's the 4800, dude.
Nigga,
Get your facts straight.
9500 block. You ain't been to no county, nigga. You been to goddamn.
You ain't been in no motherfucking county, man. You faking the fuck,
Did
bro.
you say
Quit
4800
bullshit,
block?
bro.
Did you say
Hey, you got
4800?
these fake hoteps
Nigga,
in your
did you
video,
say
bro.
4800? Stop, nigga.
You don't
First,
fuck with the conscious community?
Stop
Why
trying
you got
to
some
sound
fake
hard,
hotep niggas
nigga.
in
Stop.
your video?
Wait, nigga. Stop trying. Hold on. I got you on hold, fake nigga. This nigga said 4800 block. This nigga to name some preschool or some shit. What 4800 block you talking about, nigga? Hold on, let me put this bitch nigga back on. Hold on, bitch nigga. Hello? Hold on, let me call this bitch nigga back. Hold on, let me call this bitch nigga right back. Wait 1 second. Hold on.
Hello. Please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
It's me, fuck boy. Nigga calling from Google Voice. Nigga calling from a Google number. Nigga, answer the phone, you hoe ass nigga. Nigga, your phone ring moist. That nigga got the phone up to his balls and letting the vibration jiggle his nuts. That's why he letting the phone ring.
The Google subscriber you have called is not available. Please leave a message after.
You bitch ass nigga. You dig? Beachbody in the 80s. The Crip module, I think it was 6900. Is the Crip module 4800? I ain't never heard of that one. I know in the 80s, it was like 69 or either 6800. From what I remember back in the 80s. And 9500 block has always been the main line in LA County. But again, this was back in the 90s. I ain't been in there since the 90s. So if they didn't change some shit around, then I don't know. I haven't heard of 4800 block. Hold on. I want this bitch nigga to answer his phone again. Hold on. Let's call this whole ass nigga back. Hold on. I'm calling that bitch nigga back. Calling from his Google number. Now he ain't answering the phone. Come on, gangsta ass nigga. You all tough and gangster. Now you ain't letting the phone answer. All right, this bitch nigga's bullshit. All right, let's get another call. Let's get another good one in. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, what's going on, Tariq? It's Reggie from Wilmington, man. What's good?
Reggie from Wilmington. How you doing, fam?
Hey, I'm doing all right, man.
Hey, yo, man! I think that was that nigga Prince Amir who kept calling on the disrespectful shit, man. That's who that sounded like.
Okay, remember that dude I be clowning every time he call up talking about the Alma Robbins and all that other shit. This bum ass nigga.
Yeah, I'm like, cause yo, the voice sounds familiar. Nah, but real quick, man, I just wanted to say, hey, look, dude, look, man, you didn't change my life with the Hidden Colors, man. I dropped 500 on the campaign.
Much respect, brother.
I'll be bringing more, and just keep up the good work, man. Hey, peace.
Much respect to you, bro. That's my man. And that picture, fresh delivery, that is not me in that picture. I don't know who the fuck that is in that picture. Not only is that not me, it don't look shit like me. I don't know who the fuck that picture is, brother. That ain't me. Where'd you get that bullshit from? Man, anyway, that's the Kickstarter. Everybody who's here, there's a lot of people in here now. That is the Kickstarter link right there. Let me answer this call. This person's been calling from New Orleans or Louisiana for the longest. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, Tariq, this is Nikki calling from New Orleans.
Hey, Nikki, how you doing, love? Hello? Uh-oh, did I hang up on Nikki? Nikki? Hello?
Tariq, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on, Nikki?
Okay, yeah, I was calling from New Orleans. I was just calling to let you know, it seems like every time you're putting out a movie or doing a lecture or about to work on another movie or something,
yeah,
it seems like that's when people throw in hate or jealousy to try to deflect the energy.
Absolutely.
And I'm 24, and I've seen these hotel type people walking down the street and having like the dashikis and things like that, but they never pulled me to the side and said, they never told me anything, never put me on Dr. Ben or anything like that. The person who pulled me and my husband to the side was a regular guy in Walmart. He's like, hey, y'all buying these movies in Walmart, you need to get on Amazon and get Hidden Colors. You know what I mean? And I was like, I never heard of that. And Hidden Colors, the first one came out when I was 21.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I was like, I might check it out. He's like, you know what? Matter of fact, just give me your number and I'll let you use my DVD copy.
Okay.
And let me know. And then after that, I want you to go ahead and buy part 2, And so it was like, okay, because I kind of got onto it a little late.
Yeah.
And so, we would go ahead and watch that and everything. And just watching that made me look at myself differently. That made me look at the dominant society differently. That made me look at everything differently. You know what I'm saying? Because at first it was like, I was taught to just go to school, get a job, a really good job, and kind of, move up, move out. That's it,
Yes, indeed.
But now it's like I can go to school and use those resources to build my community,
Absolutely.
Like these so-called conscious people never pulled me to the side and told me, or made me look at myself differently.
Exactly.
It was just a regular person. And that's how I got, connected to the whole Hidden Colors franchise.
And that's who the Hidden Colors is designed for, because the regular people out there will put each other on it. They'll say, hey, check this movie out. Whereas the fake ass conscious cats, and not all of them are fake, but too many of them, instead of them saying, hey, why don't you check out Hidden Colors, they like, hey man, fuck that Hidden Colors, get my DVD of me doing a lecture in my grandma's attic talking about the Kundalini chakras, and my DVD is way better than Hidden Colors because it goes deeper than that. I talk about how you need to claim Aboriginal status, and you are more, and then you got to put on the fez, and then you got to eat chocolate, and then you got to claim your status. Then it's some other shit where they want you to follow them. And regular people say, hey, man, get Hidden Colors. It's a good movie. I learned a lot. And there's no ego attached to it. So that's why I made the movie, for regular brothers and sisters like you and other people in the community.
Right. And all the hate and jealousy, all it does is make me want to go ahead and sponsor more,
Absolutely.
do more after seeing the first one, the second one. That's what made me and my husband go ahead and buy all of them. We want to follow this guy. We want to do this. We want to do that. You know what I mean?
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much for the call, Nikki.
All right.
Yes, indeed. And again, that's why, man, when I do the Hidden Color series, I get the scholars who have the knowledge. And see, the conscious community try to claim the Dr. Francis Cress Welsings and the Phil Valentines and all that. But these people transcend what the conscious community is about. The conscious community is not the same as it was in the so-called 90s and the 80s. This is just not the same no more. And the thing is, for these so-called conscious people to try to claim these elders, I find that very interesting because a lot of these elders are not being taken care of by you so-called conscious people in the conscious community. See, they ain't being taken care of by you. You know how I know? Because a lot of them, these elders, call me for help. Even some of the ones who have not been in Hidden Colors. Even outside of Hidden Colors, I've helped a lot of these elders out here, these brothers and sisters who've been around for years. Some of them aren't doing that well. I've had to help them out. That's why I lost a lot of respect for the so-called conscious community, especially with the situation with Dr. Ben. Dr. Ben has been around for 50, 60 years given the game. And he's up here. They got him in a nursing home, just broke and destitute, can't even pay his medical bills. I immediately sent money out there to pay that man's medical bills. Right there, I was done with those so-called conscious niggas. When I saw that, I'm like, these niggas, I'm cool. I'm really cool on these niggas. Y'all sit up and let Dr. Ben wither away like that. This brother sacrificed his life, and the MAC is spending thousands of dollars to pay for people's medical bills, not just Dr. Ben. Where's Aki? What's up, Aki? People keep shouting Aki out. Okay, is this bitch nigga? What's up, man? Who is this?
Hey, nigga, don't even worry about that, bro.
Oh, God.
If you don't fuck with the conscious community, how come you got the niggas in your video?
Without it, there's no love.
Oh, get your ass off the phone, bitch nigga. Anyway, let's see who else is on the phone. You hoe ass nigga. This bitch nigga, he had to go back and get his confidence up to call back. He had to practice sounding hard. That nigga, I'm gonna call back. Let me listen to some Tupac real quick. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna call back. Hey, nigga. All right, let me get out. I got stuff to do. It's past 9 o'clock. I got stuff to do. I ain't talking to that coon. He's just trolling. All right, go to Kickstarter.com. Go to Hidden Colors 4. Go to Hidden Colors. Let me call him one more time. Hold on. He's funny. This is fun. Hold on. Let me call this bitch nigga one more time. Hold on. Let me see if he answers. Answer the phone, bitch nigga. I know you're watching. Answer the phone, bitch nigga. Let me call him one more time. All right, go to Kickstarter. Shout out to Tariq. Tariq did a roast of Crispy that was actually funny. Tariq said that nigga looked like a homeless Anthony Hamilton. That nigga Tariq said that nigga thighs are ashy.
Yeah, bitch nigga. Why you keep flashing, bro? Answer the question. If you don't fuck with the conscious community, how come you got the motherfuckers in your video, bro? Answer the question.
Without it, there's no love.
Why you trying to sound so hard, dude?
Answer the question. We can get to the facts. We can just get down to the facts.
What gang you from?
Look how you sound hard, bro.
What gang you from?
I'm talking to you man to man.
What gang you from?
Just answer the question.
What gang you from, brother?
Hey, you know what's so cold about it, bro? You got a whole lot of misinformation in your DVD. You understand what I'm saying? Just like they didn't come. Hey,
what set you claiming?
Black, nigga.
What set you claiming?
The Buddha wasn't black, nigga.
What
and you
set,
making niggas
what
out
set
here
you
stupid
claiming?
because you trying to attach yourself to a culture that has nothing to do with niggas. Nothing to do with Africans, bro.
What set you? Why you sound so hard,
you got
dude?
some fake conscious motherfuckers
Why
in
you
your
so
DVD
hard?
if you don't fuck with the fake conscious community?
Why you trying to sound
Answer
so
that
hard,
question.
brother? Why you trying to sound?
Answer.
Why you trying to
Nobody
sound so hard?
trying to sound hard. We just trying to get
Why
down
you
to
trying
the
to
facts.
sound so hard, dude? Well, you about to strain your? You about to strain your?
That's the only joke you got, bro.
You about to break your vessels trying to sound hard,
Hey,
dude.
man.
Why you trying to sound
Hey
so
man,
hard?
you
brother,
you trying to get your fake Mac suit?
You can't even get it out, nigga. You can't even get it out, you hoe ass nigga.
Hey, what's that with the Kunta Kinte Claw, man? I'm looking for that edition of that fake ass Tariq clothing line you got, bro.
Why you trying to sound so hard? You hoe ass.
I ain't sounding hard, bro.
Get your bitch ass off my phone. You can't even talk straight, hoe ass nigga. This nigga all giggling and shit. You bitch ass nigga. He's trying his best to sound. He had to laugh at himself. How you hard and you start laughing at yourself, nigga? Yeah. Yeah, nigga, I fuck you up. Yeah, nigga, I'm from the... You bitch ass nigga. How you gonna be hard and you laughing at yourself? Nigga, I'll fuck you up. You moist fucking thug. I ain't never seen a giggling thug. Nigga, this West Side. Nigga, stop with the fake thuggish, nigga. A giggling thug. I ain't never seen a giggling thug. Nigga, I got gats for the street. Nigga, sit down. My God. Okay, I gotta go. Man, y'all gonna keep me on this motherfucker. Y'all gonna keep me on this bitch. This nigga having a tickle fight with his other gang members. He's on the phone and the nigga tickling him from the back. Yeah, nigga, I'm about to put in work. The nigga tickling his booty while he on the phone trying to sound hard. Yeah, nigga, I come to your space. Man, kill yourself, my nigga. Hold on. Let me call Tickle Me Gangster. Hold on. I gotta call Tickle Me Gangster one more time. You old Tickle Me Elmo ass nigga. Hold on, let me call. Hold on. Oh, I gotta call Tickle Me Gangster one more time. Hold on. He ain't answering the phone now.
Hey.
What's up, Tickle Me Gangster?
Hey,
What's up, nigga?
Hey, so you gonna answer the question though, man?
Nigga,
you
hold
don't
on.
fuck with the conscious community.
How you
got some niggas in your DVD?
How you hard and you giggling, nigga? How you hard and giggling, nigga?
Cause I'm not tripping off this, bro.
Yeah, you.
I'm not into this phone gangster shit. I don't talk, bro. I'm saying
What's happening in your house?
Talking, bro. You understand what I'm saying?
What's happening in your house? What y'all doing?
I ain't like you trying to sound hard over the phone, bro. It is what it is.
Is somebody? Is a nigga fucking you in your booty hole?
I'm saying you ain't really been nowhere.
Is somebody fucking you in your booty hole right now? Is somebody?
You gotta be afraid of your shadow.
Is somebody fucking your booty hole?
Man, the man, bro.
Get off this phone, hoe ass nigga. You see how fake internet gangsters are? Internet gangsters are hilarious. My God. Anyway, y'all, I got shit to do. I'll be here all night. Yeah, nigga, I'll be back, motherfucker. When I come back, y'all better be ready. A tickle me gangster. A giggling gangster. All right, let me get out of here, y'all. Man, go to hiddencolorsfilm.com, family. Hiddencolorsfilm.com. Go to Kickstarter. We need everybody donate. We got what, a few thousand people here right now. Everybody who's listening, drop 10 on it tonight. Drop 10 on it tonight, fam. I know niggas still trying to play hard on the phone. Drop 10 on it tonight, y'all. Yo, y'all motherfuckers better drop $10 on this shit tonight. I'm coming to fuck you up. So drop 10 on it tonight. All right, y'all, I'm out of here, y'all. All right, that's the link right there, man. Much love, respect for everybody who called up, man. Shout out to everybody who's donating, contributing. TariqElite.com, TariqRadio.com. I'm a holla, fam. Much love, respect. Holla.